Bum, 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 ba-da-ba-dum, ba-dum.
Hello dudes and dudettes, welcome to Quantum Avo. Today we'll be counting down our top 20 animal picks of all time. Please enjoy, like, subscribe, this is my opinion, so yeah. Starting off we have Black Beauty. I bought this as a 3-pack at Vinnie's along with A Little Princess and The Secret Garden. I've only watched it once, and the reason I love it so much is David Thewlis' surprise appearance near the end, aka Professor Lupin, as one of the characters who owns Black Beauty, I think. Number 19, Bambi! Again, I've only seen this film once, but I just know it's such a sweet film, and I remember getting so emotional seeing it in the cinemas when they brought it back for, like, Disney classics. I absolutely love it. Number 18, 8 Below. Okay, so I was in Edinburgh when I first saw this with my grandparents, and it was just so emotional for me. You know, I was like, I don't know, I was 7 years old, but like it really hit home, especially the scene with the leopard seal. Although upon second viewing, I didn't like it as much. Number 17, Zootopia. Wow, it only seems like yesterday that I saw this in the cinemas with my grandma, but it actually came out like 4 years ago. That's crazy. But I just love Idris Elba as Chief Boga. I think he's really funny, and just all the other characters. All the characters are awesome. Number 16, Rango. Okay, so the most recent time I saw this was also in Edinburgh. You know, I watch a lot of movies in Edinburgh. What are you going to do when you're on holiday? Watch movies. I love this. It's funny, so funny, and Johnny Depp, oh, he's the perfect choice for Rango. Number 15, The Waterhorse. This has always been one of my childhood favorites, and I really like the story and sort of mythic message behind it, and the, you know, just the vibes that I'm getting from it. I love the cinematography and the child acting. Number 14, The Birds. Well, we couldn't miss out on The Birds, could we? It's Alfred Hitchcock, okay? Alfred Hitchcock had to make this list, and I love The Birds. It's the first Hitchcock film I watched, and it's absolutely terrifying, especially when you see his man with those eyes out. Oh my goodness. Number 13, Spirit, Stallion of the Cimarron. The main character is played by Matt Damon. I know you probably never heard of this film. It's like a small-known Dreamworks thing. Teaches you about early American settlement, that sort of thing. I really like it. And who can forget Dumbo? I watched this film tons and tons and tons of times in my childhood, and every time I've wept, or at least cried, or something like that. A bit of emotion has come out of me because it's such an emotional animal movie. I love it. Now, number 11, The Jungle Book. I know what you're going to say, like, why have you put 2 here? And the reason is I just love them so much. You know, that you have the new 2016 one, which I saw with my grandma again, and then you have the old one, came out in 67, and I really like the humour behind that as well. They're just both really enjoyable family flicks for the whole family to enjoy. Lassie! Now, I haven't actually seen Lassie Come Home, and I'm sure that would make the list if I had, but what I do know is that these more modern flicks are really great, like the one that came out in the 90s has an Alice in Chains, Smashing Pumpkins soundtrack, and the other one that came out in 2005 has Peter Dinklage, as in Game of Thrones. Life of Pi. Only seen this film once, but from that one mesmerizing night in which I did see it, I just knew that Ang Lee is a master at his work. I don't know why everybody's judging Gemini Man. I'm sure that's a great movie as well, but I'm yet to see that as well. Number 8, The Lion King. I know you're saying, oh, you should move the movie more up in the list, Miles. This is such a classic, but, you know, there are lots of great things to come as well. But I do love The Lion King, okay? It is my family's favourite animal flick, and I'm in no hurry to see the new version, directed by Jon Favreau. Alpha! I love this film, okay, I was so skeptical when it first came out, but now I realise that it's the best thing that ever happened to this gosh darn planet. I know you can't really classify it as an animal movie, but it sort of is because it's like about a wolf, and it features wildebeest, and the locations are amazing. Please watch it. Homeward Bound. This just has the most incredible, gripping climax, and the most tear-jerking ending ever. Oh my gosh, I really hate this scene, but you know, I just gotta put you guys through it as well. Like, look at it. Number 5, Charlotte's Web. Goodness, it's been a long time since I saw this film, but it stuck with me so much. I used to own this on VHS, and so, you know, something I used to watch a lot with my family early on in the day, and I really like the rat sequence when he's running and there's a psychedelic thing happening in the background. Number 4, Babe. Now, this is actually an Australian classic. Funny story, it was actually filmed in Robertson, New South Wales, in Australia, so I think it's pretty dang Australian. I love this scene where the crowd erupts and it cheers. It's just so feel-good, and you've got to watch this, man, if you haven't already. Number 3, the Jurassic Park franchise. You know, you could always argue that it's not an animal film, doesn't classify as that because they're dinosaurs, but I reckon it is. Ever since 1990, people were always terrified of that Michael Crichton book, and then they adapted in 93, and I think the adaptation's really good. Thank you, Steven Spielberg. Number 2, The Adventures of Milo Otis. Originally a Japanese film, then adapted for English audiences. My grandma got a hold of this film, okay? Grandma, thank you so much for sharing all these flicks with me. And this film is incredible. I love the voice acting, all done by Dudley Moore. If this was a Depeche Mode song, it would be called Sweetest Perfection. Number 1, the Free Willy trilogy. I adore these films, and I will proudly fight anyone over the fact that they are all magnificent. Recently, the first film was classified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes, so that's a big win for us Free Willy fanatics. Number 0. I know you weren't expecting that, were you people? David Attenborough's filmography, or should I say Sir David Frederick Attenborough's filmography. He is a man of skill and talent, and nobody can beat his nature documentaries. I have watched almost all of them. To summarize in 10 words, the man is a legend and his work is immortal.